Hello everybody in network marketing land. Thank you for being here and watching this video. You're going to want to stick around and watch the whole video. We're going to have a lot of exciting stuff on here, but we're going to look at what is personal branding, and we're going to look at how to just really stand out in the crowd today. And before we get started, I don't like long drawn out introductions, so I'm not going to do one, but just a little bit about me. My name is Bill. I am a network marketer. I have been for a long time. As long as I've been doing it, I should be a multi-seven-figure earner or something, but no, I'm just one of those people that is not giving up and am determined to make this work. And so it just seems like a lot of the big names out there are, they've all got their programs. Good for them. I'm not knocking it. I bought a lot of training, and I've been doing network marketing for the last 10 years, and haven't done again as well as would like to admit, but I've learned a lot. And so what I've learned is that and I will tell you, there is one thing I have learned, and it's finally soaked into my thick skull, is that you got to put in the work. There is no hack, there's no shortcut, and the internet is full of people. My email gets overrun with emails every day with the latest hack, the latest thing that's going to make you $2,000. And let me just tell you, it's just all a bunch of pie in the sky, shiny objects out there. So I'm going to just tell you, if you're sitting here watching this video and you want to be successful in network marketing, you're just going to have to put in the work. And the neat thing about it is, today we don't have to chase down people. We don't have to look for the next person that has a pulse and is breathing to tell them about the opportunity, just to weed through all the no's to find the one yes. So we can actually put a lot of things in place that will automate that process, and so we don't have to hear the no's. The rejection is still there, it's just different online, and we won't get into that right now. But today we want to look at how to build your personal brand. And if you're like me, I'm almost 60, and I'm nearing retirement age, and I like so many, have had the ups and downs in the stock market. My 401k's taken a hit back in 2007, 2008, whatever, 2009, during the great, as they call it, Great Recession. And and I was told, just don't panic, because there was a mass hysteria. And so I didn't, and so I was told that the market will come back, and so should my 401k. Well, the market's come back, but my 401k didn't recover and do as well. So I can point a lot of fingers at people that didn't do their job, or blame people for not managing that mutual fund or whatever, but the fact is it doesn't put any kind of money back into my 401k. It doesn't set me up any better for my retirement. But what I've learned about that, and I don't want to go down a rabbit hole, but is that we have to take responsibility for every aspect of our life. And so this is one way that I'm doing it, is through network marketing. I see this as a viable business. I see this as something that people my age, younger, older, anybody that's willing to put in the work can do it, can be actively involved in network marketing. And I'm going to say right up front that there are no guarantees in any business you start. So all you can do is mitigate the challenges and the possibilities of failure, but nothing is a guarantee. You could go out and spend $2 million and start a McDonald's, or buy a McDonald's franchise, but as well manualized and systematized as they are, there's still no absolute guarantee. So the neat thing about network marketing is it can be done pretty much 99%, I think, all online. And the neat thing about it is that anybody can do it. So if you've got a computer, you've got internet access, and you've got a willingness to learn, in my opinion, those are the three things you need. So today we're going to look at how to build your personal brand. And this is a really important thing, because to create a compelling business and really attract people, we've got to have what we call a personal brand. And imagine for a minute being instantly recognizable in your field. And this is true with anything like network marketing, or any business that you might do online, or just any business. But but being able to attract the right opportunities and standing out in a crowded market. And the internet is crowded, and people talk to me a lot about saturation, and I don't believe that the internet's saturated. I don't believe that any market is saturated. It is so vast out there right now that I think that is just more of a mindset. But that is truly when we can stand out in a crowded field. We can stand out in a crowded market. That is the power of personal branding. But what does it really mean to build a personal brand, and how can it transform your business, your network marketing business? And so we're going to look at those things today. The question might be asked, what is personal branding? Here's a couple quotes from people that I find very helpful and especially about personal branding. It says, "Don't be scared to present the real you to the world. Authenticity is the heart of success." And one thing I'll touch on, and I just want to touch on it real quick here, is that being present in the real world and being yourself, being authentic, not trying to be somebody else or be like somebody else. There's a lot of people that I look at in network marketing. I look at a lot of different businesses and the way people are doing it. And one thing I've noticed, and I want you to notice this, is they all have their own personal brand. They're all unique. They are the individuals that they are. And so you are a very unique individual, and you have a lot to offer. So don't change that. Just come and be yourself. And that's the next thing that Oscar Wilde said is, be yourself. Everyone else is already taken. So kind of jumped ahead there, but that's a real good reminder to yourself. And then David, I'm trying to look around my microphone here, but if you don't give the market the story to talk about, they'll define your brand story for you. So you got to give them something to talk about. So this is what we're going to look at today, and just kind of how to approach that. We're going to take a look at some personal branding myths and just get these out of the way. So there are several myths surrounding personal branding that can deter people from investing in it. And one of the most common misconceptions is that personal branding is only for celebrities or influencers. This just simply isn't true. If you are going to get online, if you're going to engage in any business and do any kind of marketing, you are your personal brand. Okay, it's not, and you don't have anybody to live up to or any expectation. Just accept to be yourself. Personal branding is crucial for professionals in any field as a way to stand out and make a mark. So if you want to really stand out as a network marketer, be yourself. And the thing about it is that it's important to understand that people aren't going to resonate with everybody. People aren't going to identify with everybody, but there are people that are going to identify with you. Then there's some other myths that include the idea that personal branding is inherently selfish or narcissistic, or that it's an overnight process. And it's not either one of those or any of those. It's not selfish, it's not narcissistic, it's not, and it doesn't happen overnight. It's a process. And as you do this and you become more comfortable on making videos and online, your personal brand takes its own shape, not changing who you are. But for example, when you start making videos, you're probably not going to be your best personal brand because you're going to be nervous. I'm probably not my best personal brand right now because I'm a little nervous and I'm tongue-tied and I'm trying to think about talking to you, the person sitting on the other end of this camera watching this video. And so I'm trying to think about having a conversation. So there's a lot going on when you sit in front of a camera, and just understand that. So as you become more comfortable, your personal brand takes on its shape and its power. So really debunking these myths is essential to understanding the true value and impact of personal branding. There are 5 things about building a personal brand that, in my opinion, are important. Now, one thing I want to point out is that, I'm not any kind of a guru, and I'm just trying to figure this out and bring you value and based on my research. And so I really feel that it's important to bring that disclaimer out. But personal branding is a practice of marketing yourself. And it's not about your network marketing business as much as it is about you, because in the network marketing business or world, it's about relationships. And I think we get so far ahead of ourselves that we start thinking about making money And when we run ahead and we start thinking about that almighty dollar sign, we forget about the people that surround us that make everything possible. And when I say that, it's not about us. It's really about helping other people. And so we want people to be attracted to us and what we stand for. So that's where personal branding comes in. It's an ongoing process of developing and maintaining a reputation and impression of, of you, an individual, a group, an organization. And so today, in today's digital world, where the internet and social media platforms have, kind of blurred the lines between personal and professional lives, personal branding has become increasingly important. And so it's not just about getting noticed, it's about being remembered for really the right reasons and establishing authority and creating opportunities for advancement in your career or business. So everything we're really going to, when I say that, we're gearing this towards network marketing. So the first thing I want to point out is that it takes time. Everything about this business is going to take time. And Robert Kiyosaki said this in one of his books, and I can't tell you which book, but he said you can go as fast as you want to success, but there are no shortcuts. So it takes work, it takes time, and so when we're talking about that, creating your personal brand doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, and you want to just keep moving forward with it. The second thing is you want to find your niche, and you want to know where your skills, your interests, and needs of the market come together in a way that no one else does. And I know that may seem difficult, but this is a natural process. You'll figure it out. Just be aware of your skills, and don't be overly modest and say, "Well, I don't have any skills." You've got skills. You've got strengths that you bring. And, the thing I've got to remind myself, and I want to remind you, is that there's nothing new under the sun. Everything we're doing today has already been done. So we just got to jump in there and do it well. And that's where your unique individual branding comes in. And so that's where it answers the question, where do you fit in the market? So, that again, it gets a little awkward, but you will find a place. There is plenty of room for everybody. And then you want to define your target audience. Know who you're speaking to. Know where they're hanging out. This helps tailor your message to resonate with the right people. So, for example, in my network marketing business, I'm really talking to, or I think I am, talking to people who are nearing retirement or perhaps are retired, having a difficult time making ends meet, or thinking about starting a business, side hustle, if you want to call it that. And I believe that network marketing is one of those businesses that anybody can start, and, for very low startup cost, and, with a little work can make it happen. My audience are people that are retired or nearing retirement age or thinking about retired. You might be 30 years old watching this and might be resonating with me, and so that's okay too, because at some point we all want to retire. We all want to get out of the rat race, and to be able to do it comfortably. So what everybody thinks about starting a business. The fourth thing is that you want to craft your unique value proposition. And this is something you hear a lot more and more as we go into this next era of internet marketing and network marketing, but really your unique value proposition. This clearly articulates what makes you different and why someone should choose you over others. And again, I'm going to just say that, don't beat yourself up trying to come up with some kind of a UVP, because you are an individual. And whether you have as much charisma or enthusiasm, or if you present, a certain way on the camera, just be yourself. And there are some techniques to sitting in front of a camera, but you don't have to be someone you're not, is my point. And if you try to do that, or if you try to aspire to be like somebody, you're going to miss your UVP, your unique value proposition. And notice the word there when we talk about unique, because when we talk about unique, there is only one unique in you, and that is you, and nobody else can be like you. So take advantage of that. And we want to look at the fifth thing there, and we want to create a consistent message across all platforms. You want to ensure that your online presence from your Facebook profile to your personal website reflects your personal brand in a unified way. And this doesn't mean that you start out on all platforms. Pick one platform and branch out from there. Pick one platform, learn to do it well, and branch out from there. I think what happens, and I've experienced this, is you want to be, omnipresent. You want to be everywhere. People turn around and there you are again. And if you're just starting out, you probably just don't have the gas to do that, nor the know-how. But if you subscribe to this channel, I'm going to share ways of doing that don't, just kill you and burn you out. And the thing about this is that you cannot burn out, because this is a marathon, not a sprint. I want to just take a minute and invite you to grab your free resource, your Fabulous Freebie, I call it. And little saying here, a little encouragement I want to read to you is the first word in the phrase personal brand is personal. Now add an ITY to it and drop the brand. And that's what it really means. And that's the secret. That's from Adam Ritchie, Brand Direction. There's a lot of good information there. But go and grab your free resource, From Pension to Prosperity. And I want to encourage you to read it. I'd love to hear, send me an email. I'd love to hear your opinions on it. But it just really breaks down network marketing. It talks about the advantages. Really no bars held. One thing about this channel and my brand, nobullmlm, is that I want to be completely transparent. I want to, as I'm going through this process of building my business, I want to bring people with me. I want people to be able to watch as I build this business. And so, I'm going to just present as much free material as I can, and this is one way I'm doing that. So get your free resource. The link is in the description. Let's look at benefits of personal branding. And the first thing is that it builds trust and credibility. And it does this by consistently showcasing your expertise and values. And you build trust with your audience by doing that. And so, when we talk about expertise, that's a word that can get us really hung up. And, I'm bringing you what I know. And does that make me the all-time expert? No, there's people that have probably invested years and years of their life in building a personal brand. But what I'm bringing you is my research and what I'm doing and the things that I'm experiencing. And what I'm doing right now, and by you watching, I'm building part of my personal brand. And so I'm being transparent and upfront about, my business and how it's going and where it's going. That's part of the credibility I'm hoping to build. So the next thing is creating a lasting impression. And a well-crafted personal brand sticks in people's minds. And it makes you more memorable and preferred for opportunity. So, if you think about it, there's anybody that you follow on social media, you can see their face, you can hear their voice, you can see their brand, you can hear, their taglines. That's their personal brand. And so, and that will be something that will, naturally take shape. The third thing is networking and community building. Your personal branding can help you connect with like-minded professionals, expanding your network and support system. So, what I'm doing right now is I'm, trying to put together an audience through my videos and my media, my content creation, that I'm creating to build an audience of people that are like-minded. I want to talk with people that, like I mentioned, are nearing retirement and are looking at or interested in engaging in a network marketing business. So the important thing is that you want to be yourself. And the problem is that people try to think up a brand and try to become that brand. And that doesn't work. So the best thing you can do is just work on you and just be yourself. The most important and most powerful thing you can do is be yourself. And if you want to engage with your network marketing team or any group of people that are following you, then truly be yourself. And I look at some of the people that I follow, some of the marketers, some of those that are very successful. And that is one thing that I have noticed in the trainings that I've purchased and and all of the different interactions that I've had with them in their Facebook groups, and is that they are consistent across the platforms of being themselves. So they're not one way on YouTube and another way on Instagram and another way in the Facebook group. Just be yourself. It's the easiest thing in the world. And being yourself is the one thing that you are an expert at. And so being yourself is the one thing that no one can take away from you or duplicate. And it's kind of comical when they think that they can. So people want to engage with real people, and that's the thing, is that, today in this day of AI, there's more and more synthetic content being produced than ever, and it's only going to increase. And so there's software programs, AI out there that will take your picture and create videos and duplicate your voice, and you're not even there. You just type up some words and it does the rest. And so it's kind of scary, but that's where we're at today. But what AI cannot do is it cannot be you. And so this makes it a perfect time to be yourself, and it really gives you an edge to be able to brand and market yourself. And it makes it easier to stand out and be that person that people want to connect with. So it really helps to dispel the myths when we look at it that way. 3 things to remember. Personal brand is a reflection of who you are and what you believe in. It's your unique promise of value that you offer to the world. And so it's a powerful thing. It's a wonderful thing when you think about a personal brand in that perspective. And by understanding and intentionally crafting your personal brand, you open doors and endless opportunities. So why not start today and watch how it transforms your professional and personal life? Just be yourself. And I think when it comes to personal branding, that's, you're not going to open up your network marketing business one day and it's just all going to be there. It's going to take shape, and it's, you're going to have to get comfortable, and doing a lot of things that you'll do in this business are things that you'll get used to. And it's just like anything, it's like a new job. You go and it's just kind of weird the first day, the second day, it kind of gets a little comfortable the second week, the third week, and then before you know it, you're there for a year, and then, and it's just second nature. You just know what to do. So just be yourself, and don't overthink this process. Don't overthink it. It's not that hard. Just be you. And where people run into problems is they try to be someone they're not. And I know this seems a little redundant, but I think it is important to just mention these things. And these are the takeaways that I want to leave you with. And so I want to once again encourage you to grab your free resource, your Fabulous Freebie, and just want to leave you with this encouragement that personal branding is the art of becoming noble, likable, and trustable. This is where we communicate and share our values and and the things that we stand for. So grab your free From Pension to Prosperity book, and I would love to hear what you think about that. Thank you for watching. We will catch you in the next video.